February 4th, 2021, and the morning edition is alive. On today's show, we'll let you in on how to recognize counterfeit notes. We're talking real estate and a look back at a world-renowned Bahamian guitarist. So let's start the morning off right.
It's always better to give with a good heart. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning edition. I'm with Dawn Davis.
Yes, I'm Charles Fisher. Good morning, everybody.
Fisher, I'm losing my voice this morning, and Natalia brought us some fever grass this morning just so that I could get my voice back together.
Is it the
weather?
weather?
It's cold, yeah.
You're getting up early in the morning in that draft. And okay, so finally you got your fever grass.
Yeah,
this is how it looked like, folks.
Yes,
you may have some of this in your yard. So we're going to take this home today. We're going to, boil it?
Boil it. But I guess you could put sugar. I know some persons put sugar in it. They add a bit sugar into it as well. But it's also good to fight COVID-19
okay, so
to boost your immune system. I think you could put lemon in it as well.
Okay, so I'll have some nice fever grass teas today with some nice meat.
Some buns. You're going to get some buns or I guess some homemade bread. I'm sure you could bake. I'm sure you're a good baker.
No, my
or
good
I
friend.
Leave that for Charlie.
My good friend William Stiles is the baker. I'm the chef.
So do you think traffic would be backed up this morning, you think, with all this cold weather outside?
You know, since it's been cold, a lot of persons have been getting out late, trying to, you know, they, before they go down there and build up their courage. Well, let's take it out now to our streets. The Lloyd Island Rice Shore is dressed nice and weather for the traffic this morning.
The traffic report is sponsored by Bahamas First. First in insurance, today, tomorrow.
Well, Charles, you're 100% correct. I'm dressed for the weather this morning. Good morning to you guys in studio and good morning, Bahamas. This morning we're here in the area of West Bay Street and Blake Road, giving you the first look at traffic. And again, as the anchor said this morning, it's not too much traffic here in this area today, but there are loads of persons, joggers and those early morning walkers. We're going to talk about safety and care for those persons in a moment. But first, we begin with your look at traffic over the past 24-hour period, and this coming in from Corporal Christopher Wims from the Royal Bahamas Police Force, Traffic Division.
Good morning, Lloyd. Good morning, Bahamas. We're happy to report that we had no matters reported to the police last night. However, a total of 24 hours, we had a total of 11 accidents, 10 of which were minor damages, and 1 hit and run. At this time, we have 11 hospitalized victims as a result of those accidents.
All right, so great update there. And of course, as I said earlier, we're going to take a look at those persons who are jogging and working out on the streets this morning in various aspects on the island. Traffic not so heavy, but there are many persons working out. What advice can you offer to those persons who are working out?
For those persons that comes out around 5 o'clock, that's where the majority of the persons, that's the time they actually comes out of their house to start exercising. We're asking that they wear light color clothing, those fluorescent colors. We know that they have lights on their phone, flashlights, even if you use your kids' light. We want to make sure that you're reflected. Also, we advise persons while exercising to walk against the flow of traffic. The bicyclists, make sure their bikes are licensed so that they can traverse with the vehicle. Those are the ones that we want travel with the flow. But if you're running or walking, we're asking you that you walk against the flow of traffic to protect yourself, safeguard yourself from anybody who isn't paying attention while driving and that may swerve into them. So we try to keep people safe. That's our primary goal.
And just a final question again, taking a look at traffic around the island, any major areas of concern?
Just at the Coral Harbor Road roundabout, right just at the airport. Just a little delay as you come around the roundabout, the exit on the JFK to travel eastbound into the city. But other than that, it should be a smooth sailing from this entire area.
All right, thanks a lot, Corporal. And so, of course, LaDawn, I'm waiting for my lemongrass tea with sugar once I get back to studio. See you guys soon.
Thanks a lot. Taking a look now on the outside, we woke up to the 50s this morning. Temperatures slowly warming up to the 70s. We'll back to the 80s, hopefully, by Sunday. Taking a look at your extended forecast up to next week, Thursday. On this weather, I'm loving it, and then I'm not loving it because yesterday when I got off, I went home, and the guys were in the yard cleaning, and they were in their shorts, and they were doing it. And then the sun came out, but it was still cold.
Wow. But they had on shorts? They weren't cold?
No.
So you could imagine those persons living in Abaco, Bimini, Bryland, Eleuthera, who they live close by the water. That's probably going to be cold. Abaco, yes.
Grand Bahama, always cold.
Oh, wow.
I had a friend call me from North Andros yesterday. He said, it is cold. They don't even want to go. And their livelihood is fishing. He said, boy, it's even cold to go there.
Because I know Italia was telling your brother who lives on the mainland, Eleuthera, he said, oh, it's cold, my lordy, it's cold. So
what's that word, Manotti?
Malordy, it's cold.
Every day this girl goes into the Ladon dictionary and comes up with a vocabularistic word.
Let's take a look now at stories making headlines.
Minister of Health, the Honorable Renwood Wells, clarifying salary payments for nurses in the House of Assembly last evening after nurses demonstrated in Rawson Square yesterday calling on the government to pay them. He explained that nurses' payments are generated from hours logged.
I said all those documents that should have been logged, Mr. Deputy, should have been logged. So if you work in March, there should have been a log of all the persons who worked in March and all the persons who worked overtime. It should not have been a question. In September, I asked that all of that be logged, the quantum, the cost, be given to this minister in a cabinet paper to go to the cabinet so that the cabinet make a decision to pay. The cabinet paper was written. I was told that the $162,000 that this minister went to the cabinet to ask to pay the nurses for March to September was all the logs for the work. Was all the logs for the work. And that was paid. That's on record.
The Civil Aviation Authority and the Bahamas Air Navigation Services Authority Acts passed in Parliament last evening. The Civil Aviation Authority Bahamas Act 2021 replaces the 2016 Act, which now effectively modernizes the country's aviation sector regulations in accordance with international aviation standards. Tourism and Aviation Minister the Honorable Dionisio de Aguilar wrapped up the debate, citing the need for several new Family Island airports.
I would think, Mr. Speaker, that the bill is probably $300 million to fix all these airports to get everybody happy. So it is, obviously we're a small country of 400,000 people. We got 28 airports. We're probably in the process of trying to acquire another airport in Grand Bahama. We've heard everybody complain about the state of that, the need for significant investment. So the government is trying to explore creative ways to get private sector investment in assisting the government in redeveloping these airports and bringing the amount of investment that they need.
Member of Parliament for Yamakra and Minister of Financial Services, Trade, Industry and Immigration, the Honorable Ellswood Johnson, supporting the compendium of bills debated on the aviation sector yesterday. He also used the opportunity to address abuse against women and champion those who advocate for women's rights.
You don't be my friend if you beat women. You go get your counseling and all those different things. You don't be my friend and you don't hang around me if I hear you trying to rape women. Even in the prison, that is not accepted. And don't talk about children. I want to commend women like Dr. Sandra Dane Patterson, Ms. Nichols, all those women who've been out there talking about what's happening in our community. I decry it. I feel shameful. And so I get up tonight to say, I don't agree with that. And if you was my friend, clear it up quick. Because we ain't gonna be no friends no more. But I'm very concerned about what is happening. I think the level of silence, and you don't have to get into politics about this, is too loud, Mr. Speaker.
If you need to renew your driver's license or certify copies of a marriage, birth, or death certificate, you can now do so online. Government officially launched its My Pilot Services online platform yesterday. In the first phase, residents of New Providence will be able to safely and securely access these vital government services by logging on to mypilotservices.gov.bs. Services from the road traffic and post office departments and police certificate applications will soon be added to the platform. The online portal will reduce the need need for customers to wait in lines at government agencies and expedite the process of applying for and obtaining official government documents.
Now, Fisher, they have Moderna, Pfizer. I think we have AstraZeneca that's coming to the Bahamas. Covax, and I think we have another one. There's another vaccine.
Now we'll get all that details coming up later on this afternoon. You can watch it right here on this EdNet television network. A special press conference on about the details about the COVID-19 vaccine distribution plan will be released. It'll be interesting to hear what people have to say, because you know out there, oh, I want to take this, I can take this.
You're going to take
if
it?
You take this,
You're going to take it?
I think, because you know, we were talking yesterday, most of our co-workers, you and I have not taken the COVID tests yet, because we haven't traveled. Like Rodney and Lyndon and Anthony, they've taken it like 10 and 15 times. And Lloyd as well, because they travel every weekend to the island, so they've taken it, and I
don't think I want to take it. I don't know. I think I'll have to let you take it first, or let Gator take it first, and then I take it. I don't think I want to take it yet. I want to see what happens to you guys first, and then I'll take it after.
Mommy and Daddy and Brandon don't look for the dawn no time.
So if anything happens to me, blame Fisher, okay?
Well, Buddy Hield and the Sacramento Kings picking up a big win at home last night over the Boston Celtics. 116-111 was the final score. Buddy had a double-double, 15 points and 11 rebounds. The Kings now 10-11 on the season. They're off until Saturday when they host the Denver Nuggets. As for DeAndre Ayton and the Phoenix Suns, also on the court last night, taking on those New Orleans Pelicans. Team Buddy beat on Monday after a close first half. Suns were flat in the final two quarters and went down 123-101. Like Buddy, DA posting a double-double as well, 13 points, 11 rebounds. The Suns, they are now 11-9 on the season. They play again tomorrow at home against the Detroit Pistons.
Buddy Hield and DeAndre are always in the news, so they're doing big things.
Double-double. You learn anything about basketball yet?
Just a little. I only know how to do, free throws and I guess the three-point line, that's it. I don't even know how to dribble that well. So, yeah, I think I need you to assist me in that.
I'll send you
I'm doing terrible
buy a PlayStation. That's how most females learn to play the game.
But is that the same, though? Is that the same when you go on the court as opposed to playing it on a game? Is that the same?
You basically get the same feeling. I can't watch a game with a woman, though, because they ask too much questions. When I home and I trying to watch the game, I like close the door because my wife comes in and she says, what is this? What is this? What is that? What is that? You know what I mean? You know, I know some men out there could relate to that. And Sunday, I don't want nobody around me because I don't.
That's football.
What Patrick Mahomes can do? What this one can do? Why he ain't throw that ball? I think he can do that, and they ain't know nothing.
Tampa Bay Bucks is going up against the veteran team.
Tampa Bay Bucks against the Kansas City Chiefs. And don't forget Rashad Fenton off Bahamian descent. He's a defensive back on the Kansas City Chiefs. He's going after his second ring.
They won. Was it 2019
or 2020? Last year.
Okay. Yeah.
Won last year.
All right, and when we come back, we're taking a look at counterfeit banknotes. So keep it locked.
Well, LaDawn, have you ever been to a store or someone pass off like a fake currency to you and you didn't realize it was fake until like you went to spend it on those high heel shoes you like to buy?
No, because I have a technique where I put it into the light, and if I don't see the line in the middle of the money, then I know it's real. If it's not real, then you won't see the line. It's like a line that you see in the money.
Well, this story that I did with an executive from the central bank should be of a great interest to you and the Bahamian public. For some of us, just like getting up every day to go on our jobs, some people wake up every day thinking of ways to scam people like printing counterfeit money.
You have some people who are just seeking to disadvantage some of the residents of the country. For them, it's a job. And so the central bank, law enforcement, we have to work together to keep the public educated, to keep them informed, to mitigate these attempts at deceiving the public in that regard.
Jermaine Campbell, manager of the currency department at Central Bank, says this is the reason our banknotes change from time to time.
It allows us an opportunity to improve the security features and enhancements on those notes so that at the end of the day, one of our aims is to stay well ahead of the counterfeiters and to introduce new and improved features that are developed through R&D and researched and designed by our banknote suppliers. And so we'll continue to see this as the years progress.
So what are the most commonly counterfeited denominations?
Over time, we've seen a shift. What we tend to find is that the $10 and $20 banknotes, those are what we refer to as our transactional banknotes. There have been lower denominations counterfeited, but again, not at any significant value, even though there have been 50s and hundreds and over time.
There are a few common trends these counterfeiters use.
The inkjet printers and scanners using to copy the note and pass it off to people. What we've also seen over the years, and we've actually put some measures in place since 2005 to curb those, and that's been operating. And this is where the counterfeiters would remove the ink from a genuine banknote, preferably a lower denomination, like the $1 or maybe a $5 banknote, and print the higher value on that note.
So it is important for business owners and the Bahamian public to be familiar with Bahamian currency and to detect between real and counterfeit.
We've all handled banknotes, so if the note feels off, then you automatically, your suspicion is raised. One of the first things you look at is the watermark, so you hold the banknote up to a light source and the watermark image should be the same as the portrait. And so the minute they differ, then you automatically know that you have a counterfeit banknote. The look, the feel, the security threads, they all tilt and move. So there's movement in quite a bit of the features on the notes. And so if you tilt and move them and you don't see any transition, then at worst case, you have a suspect note.
All this information can be learned on the Central Bank website.
There's a virtual tour that really walks you through all of the features of the banknote. There's a banknote app, CBB Banknote Map, MAP, a very intuitive tool that allows it's holding the phone in your hand. It's similar to holding the note, the exact same movement, holding your phone up to the light source, tilting your phone should reproduce the same effects that you would expect to receive when holding a genuine banknote.
Come March 23rd, the Central Bank, they will hold a workshop for the general public free of charge to let persons know about the trends of counterfeit notes. And my good friend Gator just passed us this 50. He told me that Valentine is coming around and he don't want you shopping.
Is that for me? Or is that for the ladies?
No, he told me to buy you a gift, but only spend $2 out of it.
$2 out of 50?
Yeah, only $2.
So where the other $48 going?
He wants his change. That's Gator. You know Gator.
Are you guys being cheap for Valentine's Day? You need to give me the entire 50 so I can share it with everybody in the newsroom. So
now, if I give you this on set, I ain't gonna get it back, so I ain't give this to you.
Are you in the market for a new home? Yes, even amidst the COVID-19 setbacks, real estate agents say it's a buyer's market you may be able to get in on. We talked to two real estate agents about the prospects.
Most don't get these views or sound effects from their bedroom window. But this is a built-in feature of a newly listed rental in Western New Providence. It's among an expanded inventory, courtesy of COVID-19.
For example, in the place we're in now, where you would have gotten, say, $3,500 for the rental, you may have to negotiate a little bit more to get that occupied. So maybe a few $100s off, just to make sure you have a good tenant inside the place for the next year until we get through this period of uncertainty.
Real estate broker and appraiser Albert Thompson of H.D. Christie Real Estate is seeking a buyer for this 3-story condo. Every floor, a cozy space. He says real estate sales haven't totally disappeared. It all depends on what's being sold.
Most real estate firms overall showed lower sales volume last year in 2020 than they would have seen in 2019. So it did show that there was a decreased volume. Now there has been very steady sales on the ultra high net worth level. So on those, say properties, you're talking about Ocean Club, Albany, Lightfoot Key, they were consistently showing activity.
But before you make up your bed anywhere, buyers should know that as things stand, the ball is in their court, as Robert Pantry, CEO of Simplified Lending, explains.
You may think that, okay, 5 years ago this house was valued at, $800,000, and you said, okay, wow, hey, I want to make an offer on this house and I want to make an offer for $700,000. But if you talk to a realtor early on, the realtor can give you market comparables, and they may tell you that, listen, you know, house several doors down just sold for $500,000, and so, you know, maybe going at a lower amount, so it can make a big difference. So you can, in some cases, you can save $100,000, $200,000 on that same home.
So
but don't assume.
So despite how enticing any offering may be, Thompson gives this advice before you make the plunge.
You don't need to shop around and go to different agents, because that one agent that is licensed with the Bahamas Real Estate Association can show you all the properties that are available on the market, even if it's with another company. So stick with that one person, work with them so you don't wear yourself out, and also they can know exactly what your needs are and they can work hand in hand with you. Also get a reliable lawyer. That's important. You want someone who's going to specialize in.
And as we head to the break, we take a look back at today in Bahamian history. On February 4th, 1889, educator Alvin Thompson was born in Hopetown, Abaco. His legacy lives on through the T.A. Thompson Junior High School, which was named in his honor. Also on February 4th, 1966, Bahamian songwriter and national anthem composer Timothy Gibson wrote his fourth song for royalty, called Your Majesty the Queen. The song was written for Her Majesty's visit to the Bahamas later that month. Stay close, the Morning Edition is back right after this. Well, the queen of drama and theatrics and the mastermind behind Dynamite Daisy is in the house this morning. I'm talking about none other than Lynn Therese Nixon. I gave your entire government name this morning. Therese, welcome to the Morning Edition.
Good morning, LaDawn. Good morning, Mr. Fisher. And thank you so much. Good morning, Bahamas. It's so good to be here. Good to see you, lady.
So, Therese, talk to us a little bit about your dramatic school for the arts.
Wonderful. Well, I am so excited that finally, it's been 14 years coming, but the El Therese School of the Dramatic Arts is finally here. And we are providing this and offering this to young people between the ages of 7 and 17 who've been waiting for an opportunity to work on their skills.
And talk to us about, and talk to us about the application process. Who are you actually, I guess, scouting or looking out for?
Beautiful. So again, we're looking for persons who are interested either in acting because they just want to build on their communication skills, or maybe this is a talented young person who really, they just want to see, is acting for me? Can I really go on the stage? Can I do what LaDawn and Fisher is doing? Because this is going to help them, like I said, in their communication skills, in their self-esteem, also developing their talent. So that's who we're looking for. And we also, in addition to that, we want to build the young people up and help them with their conflict resolution skills, et cetera, et cetera.
Are we going to be seeing more Dynamite Daisies around, or are some different characters?
No. These are totally different characters. We want to allow these kids to be creative and bring out of them who they really are.
So where exactly did you leave Dynamite Daisy this morning? How is she faring in all this weather?
Listen, she's very cold. You know, she's wrapped up. I left her underneath 5 blankets, but she's okay. And she wants to just, actually Daisy is giving 3 scholarships away, believe it or not. Dynamite Productions, we're giving away 1 particular scholarship, and then there may be someone out there who wants to partner with us and give a child a scholarship. But they can contact us and write and tell us, and by the way, you have to audition to be a part of the school. So it's not just come. We're looking for serious-minded young people, and they can email us, Dynamite Productions with an S, 2021@gmail.com.
So we're going to see more of her probably later on this year on the show, eh?
Definitely. Daisy is gone nowhere. She's going to be right here with you, but we just have to make some room for some other young people coming up.
Lynn Therese Nixon, thank you so much for joining us here on the Morning Edition, and all the best to you and Dynamite Daisy.
Thank you so much. Good to see you.
And this morning we take a look back at a world-famous musician. Some of you may know and some may not.
Joseph Spence was a world-renowned Bahamian guitarist, born August 3rd, 1910. He's well known for his vocalizations and humming while playing the guitar. A Fresh Creek, Andros native and the son of a pastor, Joseph learned to play the guitar as a teenager to entertain. He developed a repertoire of popular songs, gospel tunes, and Bahamian folk melodies, including I Bid You Good Night, Out on the Rolling Sea,
Rolling Sea. Tell you about you and my cousin name go better mess up one and another for when the Bavary bell photographers had salesmen out on the ocean, but what terrible gale to see me be hell while the face good white wave was.
And Jump in the Line. A tune earning recent acclaim in the widely popular 2005 Cable Bahamas ad. With very little work available on the island while growing up, Joseph spent most of his adult life in the capital, working as a stonemason, a sponge fisherman, and at the docks playing all the while. During the 1940s, Joseph and his wife Louise spent 2 years in the United States working as farm hands while exploring the budding blues scene. Joseph's guitar style is described as bold yet complex. He is known for having a powerful lower string run with an underlying pickling sound that sounds like two people playing, and his deep, booming vocals typically have lots of melodic grunts, tuneful humming, and strong, repetitive lines. He died March 18, 1984. A Bahamian music icon, Joseph Spence.
That was a pretty good story there by Lloyd, Joseph Spence.
I like the music.
And tomorrow, speaking of tomorrow, we're going to have the Carterlicious fashion brand coming in. Carter McClam and his team will be in tomorrow to tell us more about what we can wear for Valentine's Day. I guess for what men can wear and what women can wear come Valentine's Day, which is going to be celebrated next week, Friday, I guess the 12th of February.
What are you wearing for Valentine's?
You'll just have to see. You'll
Okay.
just have to wait
now,
and
Gator
see.
told me say $2 was not enough, so he said you could take $5 now. And I told him that can't even buy you a brooch for your hair.
It can't even get me an eyeshadow or nothing for Valentine's Day. I mean, you know, I still want to look glamorous for Valentine's Day.
I'll take the 5. You could get a lot for men. I could buy some,
I'm sure
some
you
nice
could.
tennis.
Yeah, I'm sure you could get some. You could get some tennis for $5.
$5, yes.
And that's a wrap for us this morning for the entire team. I'm LaDawn Davis for my co-host Charles Fisher. Have a great morning, everyone.
Enjoy your day.
Walk up for them, walk up for them. All my ladies, walk up for them. First of all, you don't need no validation. You don't need no affirmation from no